with us and you'll have stories to tell. Come up to
You
our
handle
best.
yourself well. You could make for a decent shield, brother. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
Got more to say. Good morning. Are you kidding? I've wanted to be with them since I was a little girl. Haven't you heard the stories of Kodlak and Skjor fighting off the 101 orc berserkers? Skjor says it was more like 40, but he's just being modest. Where else would I want to be but here? Learning from them, fighting at their sides. Mm-hmm.
A lot on the wind today. Good hunt ahead of us.
You look strong. Come to Jorvaskar and be a companion.
There's a nip in the air. Cold won't be good for my crops. Never is. I own the Pelagia farm just outside the city walls. Nimriel takes good care of things for me.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must
I had
have more
my
swords for the Imperial soldiers.
Senseless.
I just can't fill an order that
All I
size
want
on my
now
own.
is a break in the
Why don't you
packages.
swallow that stubborn pride and ask Yorlin Greywood?
I'd sooner bend my knee to hope for a storm. Besides, great.
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those
Can't
monsters
afford.
comes here.
Give me
And I
your
can't
money.
get the sword on my own.
So you're willing
I
to
don't have any
starve
money.
your wife
You better
and
give me
daughter
5
to
seconds
replace some
right now. I'm
ruffians.
gonna bloody your nose.
Just need to hire
No,
one, maybe
please.
two good men.
I really don't have any money for anything. I
some... That takes care of that.
Tell me, do you believe in mighty Arche, god of life and death? Well, as I said, Arche is the god of life and death. You'll find his temples and halls of the dead all across Tamriel. Priests of Arche, such as myself, perform rites for the dead and sometimes console the bereaved. We also keep a constant vigil against those who practice the vile arts of necromancy. I asked the question because I was hoping you might be able to help me recover something I've lost. My amulet of Arche. It's the source of my divine powers and also a sacred badge of office. I misplaced it in the catacombs. I'd look for it, but I have been hearing noises down there. I fear the dead have become restless. Without that amulet, I'm powerless to confront them. Would you be willing to search for it? I'll just wait here and make sure nothing foul escapes the catacombs. The blessing of Arche be upon you. been so... with this terrible war. Oh, thank Archay! Please, take this gold for your troubles. It was a pleasure.
I've got a hungry daughter to feed, so selling my produce is really the only thing I care about. Life's hard enough with all these men propositioning me. You've got no idea. Half the men in Whiterun have proposed to me. Some were even single. They'll never understand. No amount of flowers or honeyed words are going to change my mind. Right now, all that matters is my daughter Mila. No man's going to get between me and my little girl. That bard Mikhail is begging for a dagger up against his throat, the way he goes on about me. I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh! If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though. I think I hear my daughter calling.
Got some good... I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Yorland Greymane's got that on. The finest weapons and armor. Aye, that I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Yorland Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him. Thanks. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Need something? Let's hear it.
Need something?
Yes? How are we doing over here?
Drink to our youth, the days come and gone. The age of aggression is just about done. We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. The blood and our steel
Sadia.
will
Yes,
take
Mom?
back our
We're running low on the Blackbriar mead. In a couple of days, I'll have you make a run and fetch
down
some
with
more.
Ulfric, the killer.
Need something?
On the day
Aye.
of death we will drink.
Huh?
Sing. We're the children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. When Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies.
Need something?
But this land
Yes?
is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean.
Yes? Need something?
Have sullied our hopes and our dreams.
Yes?
If it's a lady you're looking for, you best look elsewhere. Once Mikhail gets them, they're got. Carlotta put you up to this, didn't she? I'm sorry, but that fiery widow is mine. She just doesn't know it yet. What did you just say? All I heard was a sound of jealousy. I don't have to take that from you. Come on, let's see what you're made of. I can take you.
Try that snowball.
Why won't you die?
Just gonna stand there and take it?
Not impressed.
Fight! Fight!
You know how to throw a punch, I'll give you that.
Don't let him get away with this.
You win. On my honor, Carlotta won't have to worry about me ever again.
Mister, could you spare a coin? I'm so hungry. Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart. It's what Brennan said I should do. He's the only one that's been nice to me since Mama. Since she died. My aunt and uncle took over our farm and threw me out. Said I wasn't good for anything. I wound up here, but I don't know what to do. I miss her so much. Really? Do you have a place I could live? Oh, well. Thanks anyway, I suppose. I'm so hungry.
Need something?
I'm so hungry.
Yes?
Yes?
I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. I've been thinking of selling the inn to Isolda. I assume you saw the Gildergreen? Big tree, all burnt up, in the middle of the Wind District? It's part of the Temple of Kinnareth. People want Danica to do something about it, but I don't know what they expect. Have you seen that shrine of Asura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see. Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. People say there is someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that? The companions? In Jorvaskr? They're recruiting new members from what I hear. Magic is for the weak. Elves, I mean. They keep to that college in Winterhold. They know their place. Of course, there is Farengar. He might be the Jarl's wizard, but at least he's a Nord. Need anything else? Just let me know. If it's work you need, how about chopping up some wood for the fires?
Hmm?
Well, hello.
I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. I've been thinking of selling the interest.
What can I do for you?
Anyway, what... Yeah?
You have
This is
questions?
Jersey in white.
Foolish old woman. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing. And what of my son? Hmm? What of Thorold? Is he nothing? So don't talk to me about suffering.
Your son chose his side, and he chose poorly, and now he's gone. Such is the way of war. The sooner you accept his loss, the better.
I will never accept his death. My son still lives. I feel it in my heart. So tell me, Battleborns, where is he? Where are you holding my Thorold?
Do you believe this old hag? Holding him? Why, I've got him in my cellar. He's my prisoner. Face it, Carl. Your stupid son is dead. He died a storm-cloaked traitor. And you best keep your mouth shut before you suffer the same.
Come on, Father. There's nothing more to be said here.
All I can think about is my son, my Thorold. They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive. Those Battleborn, they're in with the Imperials. They know it too, and yet they lie to my very face.
Damn those Grey Maids to oblivion. They want to back the Stormcloaks, they'll get what's coming to them.
Brigands I can handle. But this talk of dragons? World's gone mad, I say.
Council caution. We cannot afford to act rationally tonight like this. What would you have me do then? Nothing? My lord, please. This is no time for rash action. I just think we need more information. Just... Who's this then?
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors. As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself. Whatever you have to say to the Jarl, you can say to me. I'm starting to think...
I want to hear what he has to say. What's this about Riverwood being in danger? Gerda owns the lumber mill, if I'm not mistaken. Pillar of the community, not prone to flights of fancy. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong? By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward. The Jarl is... The task of steward is more... From Adrian? Ah, this must be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So eager to prove herself. I'll present it to Balgruuf when his mood is... agreeable. Thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered.
So angry, he can hardly stand it. Father promised me a new dress days
Enjoy your visit.
Now where is
Divines bless you.
It takes a
May the
while
ground
to
you
get
walk
used to
quake as you
the
pass.
adaptation.
Well, there are 3 of them, arranged in 3 tiers, as you may have noticed. The Plains District is so named because it's the closest of the 3 to the plains that surround the city. The inn and marketplace are found there. Most of the city's residents live in the Wind District, which is the middle of the 3. Dragon's Reach occupies the highest, which we call the Cloud District. From here, the Jarl can see all that goes on within his city. That is an old tale, but well known to those of us who serve in the keep. Long ago, there lived a mighty hero of the Nords, Olaf One-Eye. Olaf did battle with a fearsome dragon named Numenex. The struggle between Olaf and the dragon culminated in a mighty duel atop Mount Anthor, with Olaf the victor. Olaf returned in triumph to Whiterun. By his decree, the city's keep was rebuilt as a prison for Numenex. And so, from that time until this, our great keep has been called Dragon's Reach. Ah, splendid. Our fine city has a proud history, and I'm happy to share what I know. The history of Whiterun begins with Jorrvaskr, the Hall of the Companions. For a long time, it was the only building on the mountain. As time passed, a thriving community sprang up around Jorrvaskr, as was common with mead halls. Today, Whiterun is the jewel of Skyrim. I can say without boast that it is the greatest city in all the holds. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach. Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. Ah, the dragon stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You already found it. You are cut from a different cloth than the usual brutes the Jarl foists on me. You'll have to see the Jarl about that. Maybe his steward, Avenici. I'm sure one of them will pay you appropriately.
Wait for me. Farengar.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors? Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold. I'll put it simply, so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day.
Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? I want to hear about this dragon.
More seriously if I were you. If the dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
So, Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
No, that's right. So it's coming from the south. It's false. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, we'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again.
I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
I'll see you at the watchtower as soon as the rest of the men have gathered.
This is a death or glory mission.
I've seen you helping the Yawn. If only all visitors to Whiterun were as noble.
Don't worry, my lord. I'm the very soul of caution.
Help Irileth kill this dragon before it can attack Whiterun. There's no time to lose.
Gorge and Dragon Street say you aided the Yawn. Off the Whiterun, I think. Good luck. I hope you get there in time.
Rorikstead's a nice enough little hamlet with a boring postman for a god. If a dragon.
Pardon me. I have several elixirs for sale. Ah, splendid, splendid. It's for a special brew I'm working on. A love elixir like none other. Maybe I'll test it on Farengar first. Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice. Of a sort. I don't have formal training in the Restoration School, but something just as good. Within these walls, I have all that I need to brew a potion for nearly any ailment. If I had a septum for every case of rock joint or whitbane I've cured since I opened this shop, I'd be a rich woman indeed. Why? Because I'm a proud citizen of the Empire? Because the Stormcloaks only want Nords in Skyrim? The Stormcloaks can rot in oblivion for all I care. I've lived in this city for 20 years. 20! Be careful out there.
Don't think you can barter with me like I'm one of those damn shopkeepers.
Hmm?
Need something?
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
We're causing no trouble. All we ask is to live.
Yes?
I don't care what sort of...
This is not.
You there. We're looking for someone in Whiterun. We will pay good money for information. A woman, a foreigner in these lands. Redguard, like us. She is likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location. We are not welcome here in Whiterun. So we will be in Rorikstead if you learn anything. We're looking for a fugitive who comes from Hammerfell. A Redguard woman. She may be somewhere in this city. It's none of your concern. All you need to know is that we're paying for information. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to walk away. We will find her eventually.
I know it looks bad. We've got to figure out what happened. That dragon is skulking around somewhere. Spread out. Look for survivors. We need to know what we're doing.
Do you seek to make a purchase? It is a strange sight. They'll never see you coming. May your road lead you to warm sands.
It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Thor just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
Where's this dragon? Quickly now!
I don't know. Let's save us. Here he comes again.
Here he comes! Find cover and make every arrow count!
Don't just stand there. Kill him.
You're Dragonborn. In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. That will prove it. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
What are you talking about?
That's right. My grandfather used to tell stories about the dragon. Those born with the dragon blood. That old time said.
I've never heard of type of septum getting into the dragon.
There weren't any dragons named Ignis. They're just coming back now for the first time. I mean, forever. The old tale.
My old savior. That's a shout. Like the graybeards on their mountain. You say that. Being awfully quiet. Come on. Tell us. Do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet, flapping your thumbs on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now you know. I don't need some wicked dragon hunter. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand. You ain't at all.
Across Tamriel, I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of the sword for the tales and legends.
That was shouting, what you just did. Must be. You really are Dragonborn. We taught that dragon not to mess with light, didn't we?
That was the hairiest fight I've ever been in, and I've been in more than a few. I don't know about the dragon thing, but I'm sure glad you're the right. You better get back to Whitehall right away. Jarl Baldur wants to know what happened to us.
Proud to be your battle brother, Dragonborn. Whitebeard doesn't need to be on our side.
Do you seek to make a purchase? The Khajiit hail from a distant land called Elsewhere, bordered on the north by Cyrodiil, and the south by the glistening blue waters of the sea. Elsewhere is an arid land of deserts and rocky canyons, where the sun shines warmly, always. They're a city so ancient, the sands have swallowed them whole. But now I will say no more, for I miss my home greatly. An astute question, for we are far from home, and this is a cold, hard land. The wise trader finds the best opportunities, even if he must travel far to find them. Skyrim is a ripe opportunity indeed. The dragons and the war have scared many other traders away, but for those with courage, there is much profit to be made. Take a look.
What can I get for you? Certainly. Lead on.
Tools, wares, and weapons. How can I assist? I hope that you will. Business without between the war and the return of the dragons. Khajiit welcomes you. And take a look. May the sun keep you warm, even in this level, keep the master in one place for food.
I...
Can I help you? I've got a hungry daughter to feed, so selling my produce... Really? You convinced that lute player to stop chasing me? I'd thank the gods, but I'll settle for thanking you. Here's some coin for your help. Be careful out there.
I work with my mother to sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work.
Need something? Yes? What are you doing that for?
Isn't it? Who did it? You killed the dragon.
has been talk amongst them.
Boost! I forgot. What manner of power is that?
No lollygagging. If we kill the dragon once, we can do it again. With your help, of course.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
You heard the summons. What else could it mean?
We were just talking about you. We were just talking about you. My brother needs a word with you.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there? I knew I could count on Irileth, but there must be more to it than that. So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you. Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion, high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice. The ability to focus your vital essence into a thum, or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Rangar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as he may be, I don't see any signs of him being this, what, Dragonborn?
Nord nonsense? Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Rangar, don't be so hard on Avenich.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with him?
That's the Greybeards' business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor. I envy you know? To climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that? High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place. Very disconnected from the troubles of this world. I wonder if the Greybeards even notice what's going on down here. They haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn. Back to business, Proventus. We still have a city to defend.
Yes, my lord.
If you need potions, you should try Arcadian's Cauldron.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you. The Jarl has recognized you as a person of great importance in the Hold. A hero. The title of Thane is an honor, a gift for your service. Guards will know to look the other way if you tell them who you are. As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service. I'll guard you and all you own with my life. Looks like you've already got someone with you.
Let me know if you have anything you need from me. Good luck. You're on your own now.
Use subtlety and suggestion to turn his thoughts.
I am your sword and your shield. Lead the way.
If you have something to say to the Jarl, say it.
Divine smile on you, friend.
Sir, we really must talk.
Speak.
There's been talk again in the streets.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing. I don't know much. Only the old tales about the ancient heroes who would use the voice to defeat the enemies of Skyrim. They say the emperors used to be Dragonborn, but that all ended when Martin died during the Oblivion Crisis. The Greybeards can tell you much more than I can. They're the masters of the Way of the Voice, and taught Tiber Septim himself. Well, I only know what I've heard in the old tales. Shouting is an ancient form of magic, the use of one's voice to project their power. If you can shout, you need to go see the Greybeards. They'll know what to do. Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day. It seems this damnable conflict has claimed everyone's passions of late. Me, I prefer my books and my spells. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. It's been good talking to you.
Father says I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice with my fists.
used to be an adventurer like that. Then I took a narrow path.
And what does the Empire? Nothing! Nay, worse than nothing! The Imperial will of a Balmor against
Are those two at it again? Come on now. Watch the footwork. Keep your balance.
Come on, come on!
Nice!
Get in there and push. What are you waiting for? I've had enough of you.
You think you stand a chance?
Here to be a companion?
I'll see you burn.
Haven't seen your face before. I'm watching you.
Ah, fresh blood. Hope you know how to handle yourself.
Oh, got more to say. Good evening. The Circle are the ones who parcel out the jobs. That's Ayla, Skewer, and the brothers, Farkas and Vilkas. Kodlak advises them, but he doesn't really give orders.
You know I like hammers and axes.
Only the most famous warrior band in all of Skyrim. Have you been living with the Horkers? When we arrive, blood is spilled and our blades sing to the glories of Ysgramor. This is life, brother. The struggle is what reminds us to draw breath.
All these younglings scampering around.
Worried one of them is going to take your place?
Need something?
They might try. That's not what I'm worried about.
What then?
That they might get themselves killed.
By you?
They should be so lucky.
Don't do that!
You'll do all right someday. Today you need to keep training, though.
Enough with the training.
Need something? What now?
No fighting just yet. Not till Skewer says so. We train now.
Until next time.
You say you get to fight.
But before I fought, I had to train.
Ah, fresh blood. Hope you know how to handle yourself.
Oh, I'm just a servant, dear. You want to talk to one of the companions, I'm sure.
Yes, sirrah.
Goodbye,
Safe
dear.
travels.
Someday when you and I are on the circle, we can change how things are run around here.
I don't think that's how the circle works.
They're lording it over us all the time, though.
Young warriors are smart to listen to older ones. They've lived.
Are you prepared for tonight's hunt?
I've been thinking, we need to be more discreet.
There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
You know the old man doesn't like it. Let's not be too obvious.
Ah, fresh blood. Hope you know how to handle yourself.
I've heard some rumors.
But I
about
still
you
hear the
still-
call of the blood.
And if you want
We
to
all
keep
do.
having ears,
It is our
pretend
burden to
you
bear.
didn't. Or is
We
it not
can
allowed?
overcome.
It's not exactly
You have my
forbidden,
brother
but
and
even
I
so,
of this.
it's not true.
But I
So
don't
that's
know
that.
if the rest will go along quite so easily.
Leave that to me. A stranger comes to our hall. Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting him.
I am nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorvaskr for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, boy? That may be so. This is Vilkas. He will test your arm. Vilkas, take him out to the yard and see what he can do.
Aye.
That's close enough. My brother Vilkas is a better talker than me. He should be around someplace. Until next time.
Hey, watch it!
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker.